Who's going to open?
You?
Me? All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in as you see us together. And we are enjoying it. We're enjoying it, our union. We're enjoying it, everything that we have. And came here to share some things with you to the little bit more insights. A little bit more interesting energies, and we'd like to share with you. And you guys used to see us to different cameras. Now we are live. And talking about this is that during the union, there is going to be experiencing miracles, and this is one of the things that we are going to be share with you. So if you guys have some any questions or anything like that, you guys feel free to ask. And without further ado, I want to recognize CS so far coming in. Hey, brother, thank you for coming in. And here he is. Hi, Geraldine.
Hi everyone. This is something new, and I think it will be very interesting discussion because for us this is new experience, and I'm just so excited to be here on the same screen as Dio, and we've been together in maybe 3-4 days, and it's just so many magical things and moments were happening, and so many synchronicities, and it's beautiful, like what starts to happen when you're in your field together, and it's just I think it will be very nice, interesting to share. It's like very fresh because it's
It's
still
fresh.
fresh and new. And so, if you have any questions, just type them in. If not, we'll find some things to share.
Hi, Geraldine. Buenas noches. Sí, muchas gracias para ti. Estás tú aquí. Talking about that we are in Spain. Yeah, we are in Spain. And the miracles, talking about miracles. Somehow I wasn't able to do my electronic checkup for an airplane. So I'm going into the airport and they told me, sir, you are on a standby passengers. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like, whatever has to happen, has to happen, right? I'm like, I didn't do anything going on, right? And I'm just gonna be waiting. Whatever it's gonna happen is gonna happen. Guess what, guys? What happened? I comes in and everyone went to the plane. And kind of like the last five people, I'm just going to the check-in, and she's like, "Hi, sir. You will now set up. Everything is ready for you. Here's your ticket for the first class." So that's how I fly. And talking about those magical moments, because you know that when it's a divine time, the divine arranges everything, even though the things are not seems like, but the divine knows how to arrange, how to support you. We've been experiencing a lot of support from the divine in there. And talking about this within the physical union, at the beginning, your energies they're gonna be a little bit, high and so on. But later on, the energies that it's gonna be coming into you, they're gonna be just amazing. Talking about physical union, fresh physical union, there is a very much balanced. But why is it balanced? Is because she and I we did the inner work before the union, and this is why we came in today to share this with you guys. I mean, it's our vacation, and but we decided to come in tonight and talking to you guys. So, do you know what a synchronicity? And
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it to
Yeah,
you.
the numbers have been crazy, and it's just amazing to experience that at the same time, to recognize those signs, recognize how the universe communicates all the time, and how somehow we were just being guided to from one place to another. Like even when we were looking for accommodation, like somehow we tried to go to one place, but the whole road was blocked and a highway. There was no way to go to our original planned location, so we had to change plans. And then we change our plans. We decide to stay in this place, but then they are like, "Oh, there was an error on the website. We don't have a space. Like, you cannot stay with us." So we just continue, and we ended up in this amazing place that was hosted. I don't know, the energy of this place, you could sense it was built with love, and it was this sense of home. So all the way we are just guided into the most beautiful places, and we don't have expectations to be guided all the time, but it's just when we let go and we just go with the flow. We try to not to plan this travel, like we just want to see. We were getting messages that they will help to arrange these things the most beautiful way, and we kind of trust it, and it's just getting better. So many different coincidences, and just this abundance that it comes from every direction. Even we are getting upgrades for our rooms out of nowhere, just people offering us this delicious meals for like half price, and it's just the magic all over the place, and it's just, yeah.
Yeah, want to recognize that other people comes in the chat. Geraldine, Grande, Tatiana, and thank you guys for coming. Um, Talking about this amazing stuff they are. We are talking about that, like you catching up that all of a sudden there is a two presented things inside of it because we didn't make a plans. The only thing that we made a plans is when are we going to see at Barcelona. That's it. From Barcelona until we have like until we getting into the Malaga, we don't have a plans between this. We decide not to plan it, and we find out the reason why they decide not to plan it because we are learning how to operate together. One of the things uh, are are coming into us as a situations. But you know what? Throughout the situations, guys, we don't argue, we don't get in, we don't this. We just listen at what happened is. If something doesn't go away, that's mean we're not getting there. And all of a sudden, when we look at it, why we're not getting there, there is a directions of where we're supposed to be. And we went through these amazing places so far. Even for the place that we are right now here, they're like, we know this is too big for you guys, and it's not what it is. But here it is. You're gonna get this little bigger place, and we want to give you this discount. Well, that kind of goes for it. But the process of the union begins to be working. That is okay. It's beginning to work because you're practicing everything that was within the soul connections, within the talks, with everything, and how you perform it within 3D. And you're gonna learn one more thing, guys. You didn't like the 3D when you get in wake up. But when you become a union, you're gonna love the 3D. You're gonna learn to love what you're building in 3D. Okay? So
Yeah, I wanted to share maybe something about this inner work, like how important it is to do your inner work before you reunite, because there were quite a few bumps on the way. We were getting into stressful situations, and normally we would be, if you would be acting from this unconscious state, you might be agitated or have some issues because that person didn't prepare that in advance, like how you were not prepared, how you were not organized, like why it's not working, and we are getting into stressful situations because of that. But if you've done your work, you can see those things, they emerge as a lessons. It's just, okay, the other person will see, okay, that was a lesson for me, I will not do that next time. But you don't have to be this teacher that points out the things, like, oh, why you do this or why you don't do that. It's just, okay, I know he will see what he has to change next time. As same for me, we are not pointing fingers toward each other. It's just, and we really see all of these experiences, if something goes wrong or not our way, that has a purpose, because we are getting those confirmations way too fast. It's just, okay, slight change of plan, that means, oh, step back, we have time, let's go what the universe will bring and how this whole story unfolds. So I think this part of inner work, just reconnecting to inner self and just tapping into intuition, is beautiful, and especially when you can share this intuition and this consciousness.
And the universe knows how to do it in 3D much better than you can imagine. I mean, the messages that you're gonna get, the energies, the confirmations. You're seeking for confirmations, right? You learn those numbers before reunion. You see this, like you think this is gonna happen. Actually, the things are much better when actually things becomes real. You see things and it comes in. You see situations that comes in. Even that today we were laughing at all the signs we are getting there. That's so many signs, guys. There is way too many signs, these confirmations, these energies of the union when it comes in. And yeah, okay. So we have to answer some questions right here. Let's see. Okay. Jana, congratulations to you both. So happy for you. What's the difference after you reunited? Think the terms of energies. A lot. You're gonna be experiencing this energy of oneness in all the levels. But we're talking about oneness is as it the way it is. But the oneness it's performed into the 3D. And what I'm talking about this is much more beautiful because you bring in that heavenly energies with you, darling. That is the one thing you begin to, I mean, really to get it, to understand. I mean, you have to experience it. We can talk to you for hours for this, but the only really you to really to get it is when you experiencing that energy. You have, I mean, and
No, but it takes time to adjust to those energies. Like I remember our meeting at the airport, it was super intense. I knew that it's gonna be a big event to meet Dio again in person. And I was prepared, but I like my body couldn't handle it like in a stable state. Like my heart was just racing. I was just observing because what you can do, that it's a process. Your body has to adjust in new situations, and so you could feel how many energetic changes were happening because it was very intense. Normally, we were having all these connections. It was just on a distance, and having us next to each other, it was just bringing those intense energies that I think they were just rebalancing because right now is different. It's just much more peaceful and natural. And I was just surprised how this naturality it just came so fast. Okay, 10 minutes, 10 first minutes were intense, like a little bit awkward, but then it was normal and it just stayed like that.
there was so much energy, guys. So much energy is between us that we feel like, okay, give us the time to get used to it, to the energy. I mean, her heart was, I can feel the physical vibe in there. But after that, things came in much. And one thing, you will understand the importance of the physical contact. All of a sudden, the physical contact balancing these energies there. But these energies in the 3D together with your twin and this 3D dimensions within the spirituality is something magnificent. It is something that's hard to explain. I mean, for some of you, maybe it feels like intoxication. I would say you feel these energies that is amazing. Okay, it is, but also you understand that that's the way it is. You come together, you do the things together, and that's what uh, within the energy because you bring in this heaven on earth with you, and people see it. Let me tell you, people just, oh my God. So that's pretty much within the terms and energy, as if you have to say. All right, what's the next one? Geraldine. Dio is part of a journey. You stop wanting to be with your twin, just wanted to work on me. The journey, you stop wanting to be with your twin. I just wanted to work on me. I don't feel untouched anymore. I've been working hard on me, subconscious reprogramming, meditations, etc. Geraldine, yes, we stopped it at some point. That is the same thing. We wanted to have with someone that you believe you're twin. Me and Paulina, we give you something. We told you before. Twin flame is not a relationship. It is a journey of the soul. Through a twinning, you begin to understand, to reprogramming yourself to be ready for a uh, experience divine partnership, which is that what twin flame is evolving into. If you look at it, the journey, and everyone, the coaches, and I mean, this is not our experience, guys, but we're talking about it. They all said you have to do this on your own. You have to do your inner work, your shadow work, and yeah, we're talking about all this. But talking about is a good approach because that's when you pay attention, you mature from it. It's very powerful. This.
And I wanted to add maybe to that that sometimes progressing on your journey, it can mean even stepping out of the journey with a specific person, like trying to detach energetically. You have to go with your life, with your journey, and okay, just accept that the universe may just have different plans for you. The fact that you were ignited by the specific person, it doesn't mean that that was the plan to continue all the time, until the end of your life. We were just kind of realizing more and more that this initial ignition, okay, that person, you will remember this person, but you will also see that if you do your work, you recognize how many unhealthy patterns you missed in this first connection. And you will start working on yourself. You will start getting removed even this focus. Yeah, you will not be attracting those kinds of people anymore. So you will see that when you're doing your work, you will reach to this state that Geraldine just mentioned, that you don't feel attached to that person anymore. You want to focus on yourself. You want to get into your best possible state. And the next step, I think, is just building this kind of like a vision of really relationship that you feel you deserve. Like you will, it's not gonna be requirements. It will be more, what you're looking for. What you will accept in the potential relationship if it happens, if that's the plan, if that's for your good, but you won't be desperately looking for anything. So I would say that definitely that's one part of the journey, to just detaching from this need of that specific person. You will start recognizing that, oh, this person really was not for me. Like I've progressed, like I
Yeah,
need something else.
I want to add something else. I deserve. You want to find out that key word, I deserve. It is because you're understanding the things that comes in, and all of a sudden that I deserve comes in. That you do allowing of this within yourself. You're allowing this internal union with another person. You're allowing this uh, energies. You're flowing with the person, and when you flow with it just flow. It happens in its way. You don't have to push the person. You don't have to just flow. Even with the universe, wherever you go, it just goes. It's magic. You want to know the magic? That's what this is. And the inner peace is just off the chart. All right, let's see what else. Twin flame power, beautiful. Showing in surrendering the process. Yes. Surrendering actually begins to show off more like there is this process when the thing's not going okay. You actually leave it to this surrendering to the universe, and you're waiting for the signs to come in, and the signs coming right there, just like that, and you get in it. And that is it, the surrendering to the process that actually completions right now here with this spiritual energy you're bringing now here. It is to acting in the material world, because if you don't act in it, the material world, you're not completing the process. You're not completing this process. There. Diamond B, hi. Glad to see you here. And Divino, Grande, give us namaste in love. Great. Andrea, thank you. Thank you for being here. Hugs to you both. Thank you. Hugs back. Your energy probably shook the roof. Okay. Um, did your divine masculine ever get bothered? The divine feminine will text to check in. Cindy White. Cindy, it all depends of what are you referring into, the divine masculine and divine feminine. If you're talking about like this is so kind of like a misconceptions in there. Okay, the divine feminine, divine masculine. First of all, they exist inside of you. Okay, you understanding the properties and so on. If you're talking about the first soul connections, you called the divine feminine, divine masculine that way, which just doesn't progress and is everything. It uh, doesn't resonate with the divine energies as actions and so on. This can no divine there for it. So to check in or check out or wherever that might be. I mean, I don't know. This is kind of like a tricky question. It all depends of how do you referring to yourself about the divine feminine, divine masculine. But the way here within the union goals is my divine feminine understand how to be with her feminine and give that care, compassion, and everything. Her divine masculine understands me as a masculine energies and putting all the energies where they belong, but through the performance. Okay, you maybe put it together in the spiritual realms. You maybe put it in your soul. You maybe put it in your emotions. You maybe put it within your energy. Okay, you're missing the one, the physical. That is a why all this is has to be done. The physical. It is what it is. But that's what this is. But if someone checks in, what do they checks in for it? And I don't know. Why?
Yeah, I think it's just that's important to recognize. We both have all this, both sides in ourselves, and basically, if you meet someone and you refer to that person as divine masculine, for example, that would probably mean that you have to work on your masculine side because you were looking at someone and you referred to that person as my masculine part, like as if something was missing in you. So it's just by this mirroring that we were talking about, that your twin will be just showing to you what you have to develop. So whatever you imagine about that person, you put as an image, and whatever this person represent to you, that just means that you have to develop by yourself. And I think once you start doing this, like you will start noticing, like, of course, like I have my masculine sides, I have my feminine sides, and you will start seeing how this image of divine feminine, divine masculine in two separate, but like this is misconception and misunderstanding. Like, of course, you're complete on your own. And as Dio said, like it helps you to understand other person better, and just it gives you the whole another picture of the journey. It's never about finding someone to complete you. It's finding someone who has been through the journey, who has done the inner work, and as we were saying, just telling yourself that you deserve to have a conscious relationship. You don't need to be like in this runner chasers, and okay, maybe you that was your person's in the ignition state, but do you really wish yourself to be chasing or running after another, or do you want just to have a normal relationship with the right person? So this our own decisions, honestly. It's just sometimes it requires really to accept that it's time to move on.
The beauty, guys, you're seeking for the union, you're seeking for this. The beauty is, as she's explained there, is that during this process, if you are divine feminine, but you got the wrong idea about the divine masculine, and you see your divine masculine, what he does, you have not improved your divine masculine energies, so you can be the divine feminine there. And also the divine masculine energies in you. You have divine feminine, and you see this divine feminine energies presented to you, and it's like, oh, this is what I'm missing. This is what the things are. But when that comes in, when all this is put together, all the picture is put together, and the energy that comes into the 3D is magnificent. It's beautiful. Maybe it just came out and give you this energy. We want to do some more stuff, but just giving it that, okay? Because that way you're understanding the journey, the process of this journey that leads to the union. All right. Hopefully, Cindy, that answer your question. Hey, Giuliano, thank you. Hello, guys. I'm happy for you together. Andrea, I had to cook. Okay. Anything else to share?
I think that was a quick check in. If there are no questions, like we don't want to prolong. We just felt that we have to share this from this fresh perspective, because it's useful even for us to kind of reconnect to the spiritual side. Because honestly, once we get reconnected, we were just enjoying the 3D experience. Because when you're on a distance, you will start developing this higher connections or this non-physical connection, and the energies will be intense as well. But once you get together, you want to experience also this 3D joy, because like we are here just to enjoy our 3D experience. So you will be learning how to cooperate with this person, and you will see, have you done your work, and how are you performing in this with this upgraded version of yourself? Like, would the trigger from the past, will it be triggered again, or what you will do? Because you will also realize that the situations will be coming up, the same situation from the past, or you will get the same emotional triggers. So that will be an additional healing that will be happening, because you will get a chance to experience this corrective experiences and just replay those, but just with a proper person, and also with having right consciousness and just right awareness.
What is I wanted to mention something that be appreciative to yourself, be appreciative for the journey, um, be thankful for what you have. And we talked to you before about the inner peace. But imagine you have the inner peace in the spirit and soul. That inner peace within the universe inside the peace in your heart, the peace within your body, and the peace of the situations of life. And also you have that trust built up within the journey as it you perform it now. That is gonna be totally different than anything you have experienced before. You might feel awkward, kind of like it's like, oh my God, is it that much? Is that real? Is that really happening? Is that how it's supposed to? It's gonna be for you much better than you ever imagined. But if you have the programming in there, you have some things in there, let me tell you, you're gonna be realizing why you stop programming, why you start making plans, why you stop making all this I have to, I need to, I must do, and so on and so on. Or you stop to be she, he, or whatever this things is need to change. You get in at this, and that peace is priceless. Priceless. And we were in the, without peace, guys. Let me tell you, the peace brings so much joy, so much freedom. You're free. Your subconscious is not preoccupied with the crap that goes on before, the past, the things, and so on. It's not preoccupied even with the future. Why? Because you don't know what you're gonna come up with, but you're enjoying the present now with peace.
But with this freedom, maybe it's you have to learn to be free first, because you have to develop this freedom to overcome your fears and just working with challenges, working with triggers, because that's part of the work before the union, during your separation stage, say when you're giving this opportunity, because you will see you are able to build this healthy free connection only if you've developed that in yourself. Like you cannot expect to enter the relationship and start learning those things in the relationship. Like you have to be prepared, because you have to be in control over your mind, over your emotional responses. You need to recognize the triggers. You need to be able to get into this observant mode. So you have to be in the right level of awareness before you reunite, because you can go into union. Like sometimes people are meeting, they have their reunion or union, and then they didn't do their work and they are together for 2 weeks, and then they just split again because they were not able to overcome. Maybe one person, maybe both, they didn't do enough work to maintain the peaceful connection, because the triggers will be coming, but you don't have to put those triggers out to your partner. At the same time, your partner won't be reacting on them, because you will see, like, you just develop this freedom. You are free to express yourself, so also you will not be piling up some unclear situations, or you will be hiding anything. You will know that you're free to be express what who you are, and your value. You won't be trying to pretend that someone that you're not, and this creates this beauty of the connection, because you're feeling safe in it. Like you don't have to pretend anything. It's not like ever you need to. You don't depend on other people's opinions. You like yourself enough, you love yourself enough, and you just want to show your true self, because you also recognize you're not perfect. Like, there is no perfection, but you just give yourself this freedom to just act as your true self in a relationship. I think this is a big step, but you have to learn this first.
We had a little talk about this, and she mentioned one thing. She said we need to tell the people that they have to learn to have a strong psyche from within. Yes, you're built that way with that strong psychology situations. You're built within that. And talking about this, guys, is about the psyche of the recognize the wrong patterns in there, the wrong energies, not to push into that. But you also have to have a strong psyche to overcome the things inside of you that are not right. And one of those things is living into the truth. Be vulnerable. Open up your vulnerability. Be free. Because if not free to do it, then guess what? You won't be able to. And the freedom is the one thing is to get out of the matrix side of the society. But the freedom lies within you. You might not realizing you're living in a cage, but the key is in your neck. The key is in your neck. So, right, what's next? Giuliano, it's very important to find a normal relationship. This is very important to your soul. That's what we need at the end of the journey, actually.
I think this is part of the recognition that you have to do to enter the next stage. I think it's just really realizing that you want to find a normal relationship. And if anything, we were talking about, many people talk about twin flame mission. If you really are on the search of your mission, it's for you to give example to other people that you cannot be tied to the person. Like you cannot put yourself into this cage that you depend on one person to bring you happiness, and just kind of lock yourself for years because you're waiting for your twin to come back. So I think with this, I don't. I think if anything, that's missing. It's not enough examples of people who are on twin flame journey and are able to take a responsibility for their happiness instead of saying, "Oh, divine will bring me the right my twin back when it's divine time." Of course, there is some truth to that, but you have to recognize, just surrender that universe will cooperate with you, but just be mindful that it may not be the way you expect it to be. Just only if you surrender completely, which means you can accept that your twin won't be coming back. The universe has something better for you, but you can only learn this once you completely surrender and you trust.
Talking about this, guys, so very good. As you see it, the inner peace is the leading the energy. But we talking about that you can have, let's say, uh, the divine can set you up on the connections. The divine can give you everything. Divine can support you. Divine can guide you. And all I have to do, you to do some kind of like internal actions to change yourself. If you think like everything is gonna fall off in your lap, just out of the sky, out of the blue, you're not gonna be able to recognize it. You have to understand that within your part, you also have part of this journey that you need to do things. Because from now on, you're gonna be working with this new energies. You're gonna be performing within that. And that is the one responsibility. And if you think that your twin flame has to do this, this, and this, how about if you tell that things to yourself because you are your twin flame? You ask somebody to do things that you don't do, and then it's like, why I'm not progressing in my journey? You're not doing it. You like somebody to give you the situation, somebody to do the inner work for you, somebody to get in there. And also, we find that out within people that you, when you're telling the people what they need to do, they're not doing it. Why? Okay, but the thing is good when you get to work, you put your things together within yourself. You do the things with the partner. Partner does it with you. And then when the time is ready, the divine unions comes in. The divine energies comes in. And at that point, you understand that it doesn't matter. Ever since this physical union, your energy is going to improve, your health is going to improve, your forever things that you have to get in to done with it, and you have to perform it here in 3D. They're just going to be go quicker. So much improvement. We've been have so much improvement since 4 days. 4 days. But the improvement is huge. Improvement of the quality of the lifestyle as a spirit. It's beautiful. Okay. Right, where we are. Andy. Hi, dear Paulina. You know me as Andres. It's so nice to see you both together. Makes me happy. Wish you both the best in life. Thank you both for your time and help. I appreciate it, guys. This kind of like a comments kind of like give us the energy back. Keep us motivated to come in and give you some more and more. We know that we have to do some more. We understand this is us. But your comments, guys, your questions brings this quality together. That is the one thing of togetherness, oneness, working together within the community. So, all right, what's the next one? Shana, thank you. Put in the words what DF are really about. DM and the DF are really about, and now it went straight from thought to heart. Boom. We went through this route.
Yeah, it's simple. It just requires for you to rethink because we all have belief system, but you just have to recognize there is no division into divine masculine and divine feminine. We are not the half of an apple. It's just you're an apple. You just want to become an apple and find another apple. That's it. And I think this is just a misconception that had to be straightened out. And we'll keep repeating that until people get it, I think.
It's a lot of misconceptions. There has been a lot of conceptions that are actually they were right, but they were misinterpreted. There's a lot of misinterpretations in there as we go through the journey. I mean, we want to give you as much as we can. All it does from us is give you the rest of it. It's not up to us. It's not up to us, but thank you. Tashana, thank you. Yeah, that's what this is about, this feminine and masculine energies. Once you find a balance within yourself, then you can balance with someone who balances those energies within them. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter how much soul connections is, so much things that is there. If you have not been balancing those energies within you, and the person has not that balancing those energies within you. Sorry, too much love out here. Getting distracted. That's okay. And that's what this is. All right. Deep diver. So nice to see you side by side. You both have deep intellectual awareness, similar to one another. Yes.
And we found the similarity increases somehow. At the beginning, when we got connected, I saw ourselves as two independent people on their journey we have been through. Both on a twin flame journey, both just stand up, just moved on. We didn't even feel more like we are each other twin flames. It felt at some point that we just are two people who just moved on with their journey and somehow got connected because they just did their work and they got this similar understanding and can just share it. So at least that's how I feel about this connection more and more. And also I see how we are really becoming more similar thanks to this because it's like you're increasing your awareness, you're sharing the same consciousness, and I don't know, it's somehow it's just I cannot explain.
There is no words for this.
But
There is
probably
no
we'll
words.
be seeing more and more how we are getting similar because I can see that in the intellect, I can see that in sense of humor, and it's just
It's a humor. It's a humor. Um, it's good because you're gonna find out things, beautiful things. Okay? Beautiful things. Thank you. Everything I connected by Carolina Mamas. Hey, hi, how are you? Hola, Dio. Uh, good to see you. I'm Carolina. We met when, yeah, I know who you are. Carolina, when you were in Buenos Aires in 2000, Buenos Aires, I used to believe it, all those TF concepts, but since I know more. Um, Carolina, yes, what happened is those concept that was blown up and those concept for the twin flames was used. There was a lot of things that comes in. You basically see a person to see yourself in the mirror. The person becomes the mirror, and then through the mirroring neurons you develop that love because you finally understand the love of you uniting your energies from within you, within yourself. But since we are still not I will say spiritual intelligence to that point, we are more focused within a person comparison to the work that it's behind the veil, behind the shadow in there. And the concept actually of the twin flames turns not to a twin flame relationships. It is basically it has nothing. It's actually it's the journey of finding and healing yourself for preparations for the proper partners in life. And when you do that, when you do this, then you will understand all this back. Right now, some of the people don't understand it, but over the time, you come to that point really not to believe anymore on twin flame, and you will. Okay, at some point you might have to come in. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna be by myself to the rest of my life, and I'm not worried about it. I got it. I did the work. Poof. The divine has got a half. It has its last call for it. Okay, but the twin flame misconceptions of the journey. At some point, it's gonna be straightened out, and it's coming. Okay, guys.
Especially that we realize that more people, when they get ignited, like probably 90% of the people, they end up in separation. And I'm just thinking, how come that those 90% of the people are supposed to getting stuck on their spiritual journey just because they are having this misconception about one twin until the end of their life, instead of seeing that like universe just brings you experiences, and you have no idea what's going on and how your story should unfold. So we are just kind of hoping that when we give our example from this, more treating this twin flame experience as a journey and just being ready to wherever it can take you. Of course, like it may not go your way, the way you would like to have, or the way your preferences are, but it's just all these days, recent days, I was getting one sentence in mind. It was like, don't block your blessings. And I think this is like something powerful that I have to share, because it just starts when you start to recognize and respect yourself enough not to get stuck by some old belief systems that people kept repeating all over the place. It's just, even if it's a belief system, we have to reconsider those, because you can see like you're free in your journey and you're putting yourself into cages. So if you believe that you are meant to be ready and wait for someone to fulfill you, and just until that person won't come to my life, I won't be happy, like you're gonna bring this experience to you. So
Mhm. Something. Uh, oh, one thing, if you're putting in this perspective, if you just see that your twin flame mirroring what you supposed to have to be for you within you, that just that, okay, just that, just that, okay, that love you want to give to that person, that it's probably that person is like, oh my god, what is this energy is giving to me? Well, that energy is coming for you because of the love that you have to give into yourself. You have to learn that love first within you to be able to give. You can't be like a, doing things with somebody that you don't understand things there. First things first is you. And if you get that position, you will understand what we're trying to tell you guys. You will. You're gonna feel it, that guidance within you. Okay. All right. Yes, it's a different dynamic that the twin flame. Thank you for sharing twin flame power. It is.
one thing that will happen, maybe, probably, or I'm hoping that people will agree on that, that this twin flame will start feeling limiting, in terms of it's really like limiting your options in life. And it's just, you will start reconsidering all of these belief systems once you start doing your work, and you will start realizing that you're creating your own experience and you have control over how your journey will unfold. um, I don't know. I think it's a good realization to have that we are not tied in this journey. We are meant to progress, and it's just if anything gets us stuck, it means that we are doing something wrong. So our goal is just to recognize why we are getting stuck, because the whole the whole life, like life is supposed to change. Life is supposed to make you grow. So at any point, if you feel stuck with either within a relationship or within some situation, within some circles, or repeating patterns, that just means that you're doing something wrong. So what you have to do is try to do it different.
This is very powerful because of recognizing the patterns. You will recognize it within the patterns, within the energies. Talking about within the energies a little bit, get you a little bit more on the advanced part, but there is the two energies, the positive and the negative. But you're the one who makes the balance between them. There's two energies within you, the feminine and masculine. You're the one who balances your own energies. And you're gonna be, let's say, for example, if you're masculine, you're gonna be like acting of this toxic masculine energies within you. Well, guess what? You're gonna understand that if you're this toxic masculine energies within you, you're gonna hurt the feminine energy, which is your partner. Would you be doing this? No, I don't. But what happens is when you see this balance within the energies, you're just sharing it with your partner, the masculine and the feminine approaches within you. And all of a sudden the balance is made. And it's the balance within the connections, it's the union power that comes in and kicks in. And then the union power within the both when it comes in. Then you want to see powers of what people want about the twin flame. You see the two people how are working within the resolving whatever it is. It could be a something small, but it could be something huge. Still, the principle is the same. Is to learn the small things in there. But as I said, guys, thinking about that, that whatever you want from your twin flame, whatever you're putting into that person, maybe you give too much energy, too much love, you kind of like gives everything and so on and so on. You gotta give it to yourself first and most. After that, things is gonna be lining up in there. Because if you don't love yourself, how you expect somebody to know you? It's not gonna happen. Learn that. That learning right there, it's a key. All right, let's say Catherine Brun. Hi, thank you for being here. You look beautiful, so nice to see you. Always remember you saying, be love, bless. You gotta be love, be love. Yeah, we were actually was reading all the positive quotes here of the dry praise that we have all over around. Just talking about like, uh, can you imagine you going in a place where you actually have the positiveness, you have this energies of things that, I mean, there is so many quotes that says, take it easy. Okay, this is my wish for everybody. Uh,
Love and peace.
yes, yeah. Confidence when you have a doubt. Okay, and then you go and you look in your own appliances there here.
No, it's just you start recognizing how the universe collaborates with you once you decide to also collaborate with them. Because until you try to follow up regarding to your own agenda, you're blocking the flow. So I think it's just being ready to just accept whatever is meant to come to you, because it's otherwise you will be blocking it. And you that's the moment when you get stuck on the journey. So I think this is a big lesson, just again a surrender part.
Yep. And a physical union, when you've done the your inner work, prepare for it, the physical union actually is going to make the things easy. Easy. Okay, easy, not difficult. Not you're gonna have some challenges, but you're not gonna have some situations. You're gonna get there, but they're gonna be more easy to overcome, to understand, to flow, to manage your life, to manage the situations within life and the energies. Everything's gonna be in easy. What was the other word? 3D wave. You're gonna be seeing it, and so, so that's what we want to leave you guys to see the examples in there. So, yeah, what's next? Deep diver. I have a question. What did you both learn from your previous connections, which you did not repeat in this one? Oh, oh, that's a nice one. That is a deep diver questions. Wow, I like that. Okay. In the previous connections, I learned that specifically talking about me is that people wanted more to take than to give there. And talking about within this, within from the previous connections, they had a hard time not to understand deal the person. You know, they may understand his energies and so on and so on, but there was the issue with the person who Dio is. Dio, the person had wounds needed to be addressed, and they didn't want to do the work healing. Okay, they didn't want to do the work. And let me tell you, when you get in physical union, you're gonna understand that your partner and the support from each of the partners of whatever it was from the before, it's gonna be coming and it's gonna be improved fastly. Talking about 4 days, it's been only 4 days in a physical union with us up here, but the improvement, it is just amazing. You know, everyone can leave you in pieces, but the one who is meant for you is gonna put you in one piece. Yeah, you hear the divine, right? Yeah.
I also had some lesson. For me, lesson was, I think, regaining my individuality, regaining my strength, learning my emotional side, so this feminine side, because I was always too much masculine energies in me, and that was causing some dramas in the relationship. So, oh, if anything, that's the big lesson you will learn. There was a lot of drama. There was a lot of arguing or expecting, oh, why this person is doing that, why it's not doing that. I don't understand. Like, what is this behavior? So, if anything, I understood that there was lack of communication, or I was not courageous enough and open enough in asking questions if I don't understand something or I don't accept something is not comfortable for me. I ask, and I take this courage that I know it has to be spoken, even if things are uncomfortable, even if I know that can be some trigger. There might, I don't want to say argument, because we don't argue, because once you reach this awareness, you have discussions, you don't argue. But just being vulnerable and sharing that, and just accepting it yourself and just putting yourself first. It's still, we love each other, but also we love ourselves as a separate beings, and this self-love is still maintained. So if anything, of course there are some differences between us. We have our, I'd say, human preferences, but we always talk it through. There is no situation that, for example, I would feel uncomfortable and I would keep it to myself just for the sake of maintaining the, like, peace within a relationship, because we know that those triggers, they come to be discussed and to be clarified. So I think this, for me, that was just this courage to be open.
I will say one more thing. We enjoy talking about uncomfortable things. We enjoy talking about the comfortable things. You see, the things that we are talking about here is that the physical union is gonna be showing up everything that was wrong from before, because people in the community, in the society, in the religion, and so on, they don't talk about the things that it's uncomfortable. Why? Here it's actually backwards. You actually enjoy it. Because guess what? The conversations is different when you talk with someone who loves you, someone who understands you, someone who gets you, someone who knows where you've been, what you've been going through it, someone who is here to stay with you for a growth, mutual growth, personal growth, even understanding the things. What is this here to have a human experiences? Union is not just about, yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna have this moments. Yeah. It's gonna have everything. It's gonna be good, but it's not just about that. It's gonna be so much in peaceful neutrality as a high advanced two human beings having a spiritual experience. Okay. Deep diver, is that your first time being physically together? Nope. We've been physically together before Miami, back in there. Or have you guys seen each other physically before? Yeah, we have been seen physically each other before.
But today we were looking even at our pictures from Miami, and we were comparing that to how we are now, and there was just so much maturity. We met previously, it was like 4 or 5 months ago when we first met together physically, but it's just the level of comfort that it's between us right now. It's just way different, because before that we were put into this connection by the universe. Like, we were guided. We didn't want that, but we had to. So since that we started working, that we both surrendered to the journey. It was not our preference to be matched together, because we were not each other's match, but what we had in common was this readiness to just progress on the journey. And we both had this surrender mode. So it's like, whatever, like, I'm done, I'm complete on my own. If there is some plan for me, I'm open. So we came from that point, and since then we both realized, okay, you asked for it, so now what you're gonna do once we present what we plan for you. So since then we kind of recognize this is like your opportunity, because the universe just responded to your wishes. So you don't want to just discard the blessing that they planned for you, so you start working on that. So since then we had lots of growth within the connection, but I can see how this separation was needed to really prepare that for this union. So right now it's going smoothly, because we had a chance to learn how to navigate, how to communicate. And right now we don't have to go through this, not unnecessary steps, but these main steps have been done before. Right now we just like learn this 3D experience.
Yeah, I want to mention something that the beginning when she and I we met. We all humans, right? Have some preferences, and that she said about the preferences. Yeah. Back at Miami, we were not looking to for each other and so on, but the universe has a plans for us to put us together. Well, let me tell you that right now, after the union, the physical union, we were just laughing at those differences. So, but this is why we're here, to personally give you experience. Absolutely. That's all right. Chrissy B. Hi, Chrissy. Amazing to see you both together, too, at the moment, in the union with your twin now. Oh, thank you. Deep Diver, thank you for everything. What makes you guys feel that you're the twin flames? What was the point that made you realize that? Um, what makes you guys feel that you are twin flames? If you put in the journey situations as a twin flames, at the moment you take it as a twin flame as a couple in there, for it, you understand the twinning situations. I mean, the twinning situations, there are so much. You're trying to escape, you can't. You're trying to think about it. It goes on. When there is a lot of been talking about this. Okay, but with the us, personally with us, we had like what year? When was the first time we got connected to the soul?
Mm, 1.5 years ago.
One and a half years
Something.
ago. Okay, so our journey is not like from 4 months ago. Okay, but what makes us as twin flames is the energies of the twin flame journey that makes it the twin flames. But what makes you the twin flame and what we did as a twin flame is we understanding what we have to put within ourselves together. That not only make us the twin flames graduate, as Mel said, I would suggest you really to look at this video to understanding your journey there. Go look at Mel Brand's video. Go look at it there because we have to study a lot of things. We have to get to things going so we can understanding what the divine wanted it from us, and then we bow it together. We surrender together to the universe. We only said one thing: let's do this. Okay, and that was the point that made us realize this, that the divine put us together, but the things that we are doing in the connections itself is incredible. Sometimes we feel like we're two stubborn mountains in the middle of the sea that nobody can move. That's how this energy is. But the point at the moment, if we realize this, is peace, the peace inside you, the peace that things are complete, the things are much better, the beautifications within yourself of be in that state. That's what shows up as it flames. That's true.
Mm.
So, thank you.
I wanted to congratulate Chrissy B for the union. So probably she can agree on some of the points that we shared. There is just peace. Like if you've done your work, like you're done with drama, so you will just keep maintaining the healthy relationship. That's it. And this understanding. Um, Maybe just to answer to this deep diver from my point, I think it's we realized that on separately, and then sometime down the road I was still on my journey. I just needed more information and I got connected to Dio. So we both knew the concept. We were just digging it more, and then it was separate realization. But it's just if you keep progressing on your journey, you will be connected to the right person in the right time. So,
That realizations, it's gonna come in, and you may gonna find out um, there is those paths from point A to point B. But these paths can come here, they can come here, they can go straight, they can go on this side, they can go over here, they can go even right here. Doesn't matter. And there you're realizing that at some point all the paths they're leading to this. Because your journey is from point A to point B. And then that realizations of what was happening, what the journey is, and what the divine does. She and I, we did it separate without so much within the communications in there. So, yeah, Chrissy B, thank you, Paulina. Yeah, Chrissy B, congratulations. I misread it down in there. So, okay. Um, I truly believe there is the only one twin flame, but even the twin flame creations eventual catalyst to your spiritual growth. Had a catalyst 29 years ago. It was beautiful, but had to let go. Your experience on that is going to change over time. As the moment you're realizing that twin flame experience is your personal journey to become the twin of your feminine and masculine energies within you, and need to maintain the balance of the feminine and masculine energy. You got this proper things inside of you. Things is going to be this concept of only one is going to change. And I know that I've been talking about this only one, but end up looking at and researching more. Even I did the twin flame replacement videos. I did so much things. You guys know that in the channel I did a lot of stuff. They're there. It's not to be hidden in there. But it's beautiful when you have to let it go. Okay.
I want to add
Yeah.
something else because I was getting some downloads regarding this twin flames or who is catalyst, and to my understanding right now, it's the twin flame connect this ignition, the catalyst is your, let's imagine this is your 100% vibrational match, that you just need this energy because this is like you're being shown the extreme. You fall into one polarity, you're getting connected to another polarity. So it's just that's that's the person who is able to show you this mirror the most effective way. So this is your twin flame. Like that's what people understand as a twin flame. And I believe these connections that you will be connected, and that's what you, by the way, that's what you're longing for once you get separated, for this 100% match, vibrational match. But sometime down the journey you will recognize that, you know, you cannot strive for this 100%, this perfection forever, because that was just being shown for you, just to show you the potential, just to get you started on a journey. So if you keep longing for this 100% instead of working with what the universe is currently showing to you with your next steps with the journey, you're just not gonna progress. So it's just, I think the lesson is there that, okay, are you able to be satisfied with 99% of this goodness and these blessings that the universe showed you, or you will be getting stuck and longing for this, you know, 100% in this maybe state. Maybe this person will be get back. Maybe somehow, somewhere out of nowhere, after 15 years, this person will be back. So I think this was, again, this all choices, you know. Are you able to put your agenda, your ideal vision, or whatever you have, instead of focusing on those blessings that are in front of you? So
It's an amazing connection, isn't it? She said about the 99%. But the 99% of the people of the society is focused not on the 99% of blessings. They're focused on the 1% that doesn't work. It's the same thing that like the 99% of your DNA, it is no problem. It's all good. The problem within the DNA is the 1% that varies. So talking about this, guys, in there is like focus. Your power is within you. Your power is within you. But when you have the power and the guts being vulnerable, it's the same thing. Your partner is vulnerable to truth with the honesty, with understanding the divine, and appreciate these connections. Appreciate the 99%. Guess what happens with the divine? Divine's giving you the rest. 1% that you're missing. Will you understand that down the road? You will understand that down the road. Okay. All right. Where we are. Good one.
Some confirmation from Andrea.
Confirmations from Andrea. Thank you. Thank you. Pug Life, is this your twin flame? Beautiful. It has been a while since I've checked it. Yes. All right. Well said, Paulina. Good job. Deep diver, I agree that that's why I mentioned even twin flame connection is your catalyst to your own growth. Exactly. Wow, the glow is awesome. The glow is
Yeah, really, this lesson, as Deep Diver mentioned, this lesson to let go. Like sometimes you just have to let go because it can be painful. This can be painful. It can be like you feel like the universe is against you because you have you want something so badly, but the universe is like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like just you have to let go. You just have to take this faith, this leap of faith, and probably that's gonna be a time that you're in complete darkness and feel like you have to abandon all of your journey. But honestly, it's just reaching the next step once you decide to let go and just realizing that, okay, let me let go of control over what happens in my life and put those preferences aside and see what is really in store for you.
awesome. What do you find it's in the stores for you? It's you. Mhm. Okay. Didar, for example, I'm totally fine now, even without my twin, because the connection led me the ultimate connections to yourself into the divine. Great job. Great job. Andrea, yes, me to deep driver. Good life, me too.
That's
All
good.
right.
It's good to see that so many people
Actually,
are realizing the
I
same
mean,
thing.
this is a realizations because that's how this, as I said, the road is the same. Each one of you independently can go through from A to M to Z, from A to F to Z, or the A to D to P to O to Z. It's all, but you're gonna get in from A to Z. And when you're realizing those things are powerful. Yes. So yeah. Deep diver. Uh, I apologize if you ask many questions. Laughing out, your answer is so deep and interesting. You're welcome.
No, always ask questions. Like I love getting questions. Dio likes questions. So and don't apologize for that. Honestly, it's
Don't
just
no.
what gets us started because sometimes it's just we have the knowledge, we have information, but we cannot answer all of that in one chat. So if people have specific question, it can get us even more understanding because many of those things they come just once we start talking about it. So
And don't feel bad about it because you better ask dumb questions before you make a dumb mistake. There is no dumb questions. But there is one more thing. The questions, the quality of the questions, especially we're talking about quality of the questions when you are in connections, when you're in the spiritual soul connections. That turns the conversations to a whole another beauty. Beauty. There's sometimes you just ask you some questions and it's like kind of like, yeah, okay. Um, yeah. She just knows what to ask me so I can expand and give it to her because I don't see it, but she sees that. Okay. And then she's mirroring it back, and I'm like, okay, and I put the dots together. And you know what? How much beautiful the love comes in. And then since I put the things together, she sees that everything is good and right. Yeah, I love it. Love it. That's what how it works. Yes. Uh, Catherine Brun, when you become love, you will attract love. Twin flame on up. Exactly. You attract what you become through the gravity. But if your psyche is not, it's destroyed, your self-taught, your self-philosophy is destroyed, then what is your relationship with the divine? That will be leading to those distortions in there. But with that being said, in there, when you become the love comes in, fixed your spirituality, you begin to love yourself, fixing your philosophy from within, and then that fixing your psychic in there. And from the psychic, all this becomes and manifested into the physical. And you will understand that after the union, that the physical is one of why is so important. Physical, why? Why you're here? You can be as a soul, as a spirit. You can go and get all the information from the universe that you want. Why you're here? You will understand more and more secrets. There's a lot of secrets why the material world exists. Become an example for the next generations, and you to pass on to the next generation. So much more out there. Okay, Deep Dive Bingo. Yes, yes. What is the store for you? Is you exactly. I'm glad you're getting it. I'm glad you're getting it. Rikatem, hi. Have you guys been a 3D part to your relationship during your journey? Third party.
Maybe some other connections, but I think yeah, like we all have many connections. So
I don't know what specifically you mean. You mean like she and I have been connected and I've been in a third party? Or she and I have been in a connection and she has a third party? If that is your question, I'm going to answer no. For me, it is just totally no. We don't. In there. It was a time that I didn't even look for a woman in there. But if you did, there is a people who previously put me on a 3D party, yeah, there was a situation there. If that is your question. For smart smart pins 350 kilo, I started following back when you were Illinois. I'm also on the TF journey. I appreciate the light of all the DM and how you show us how the DM is capable of being vulnerable. You're welcome. You're welcome. But that is the part of self-mastering. You have to self-mastering your female energies, but also masculine energies. You have to mastering your divine feminine and divine masculine inside, and then appreciate all this. Appreciate. So, so yeah, being vulnerable. A lot of the divine masculine think that being vulnerable and expressing your weaknesses is weak. You're weak masculine. You're not a weak masculine if you don't share your weaknesses. I would say you're dumb masculine if you don't share your weaknesses. And I would say why? Because you're hiding the truth from within you, you're hiding the real problems. And those real problems can harm you and also other people. That honesty inside of you as a masculine to yourself, and then as the honesty to your partner. That makes you vulnerable to tell everything that it's uncomfortable to say. This is why you will understand that the comfortable conversations actually those are the gold. They're the gold within the journey. So, yeah. Deep diver, haha, ask dumb questions before you make a dumb mistake. That's gold. Yeah, it is. How many people still not practice it though? You know? All right, Smarty Pants. I appreciate you both being a lighthouse to those of us who were lost. Much love and blessing to your union. I pray that the light that goes from your union will continue to get stronger and bright.
Thank you.
I witnessed the struggle of your journey, painful yet beautiful, rewarding journey back to yourself. Exactly. You will learn that when you're ready in there, you know what's going on. And you are, I'm allowing this to myself. I'm deserving this because I did what I'm supposed to do. All right. Deep diver 10. I am in a third party situations. My twin got married after we came across each other. Yeah, if you the people choose third party, focus on yourself. Because if they didn't choose you, they didn't choose themselves. If they were not honest with you, there is no point. They cannot be. They're not honest with themselves. If the person puts you in a 3D party, that they lack of honesty and truthful to it. So focus within yourself is like letting go of this connection. Some of the people is gonna be forced to be let go of this connection. But staying in the connections, pretend things, and at the same time you've been a third party. You think divine doesn't know about it, but they do. They know everything. And you have no rights to judge. Nope. You are above the judgments. You're an observer. All right. If you guys have some any more questions, let us know. If not, we're gonna close this session. So, and we just wanted to share some good things and share some of the stuff. I mean, this is what we are that we put in. So more things will come in. We'll want to plan some things to see things to go and whatever. But we know that the plans, our plans, with the universe plans, is we're just waiting for the guidance. We know that whatever we can plan, the divine has been planned even better, and we experienced in the last 4 days just all the flavors of it. So ah, talking about the third party to the day quit the journey. In a way, yes, Rilka.
We were getting some understandings about it also, like why it seems that some people are just kind of disconnected from the journey, and then even in our case, like I was trying to understand it, like how come that I felt I reconnected to the energy thanks to Dio. It's like, okay, but it came to me different package. It came to me in different body, different person. And it's up to us to recognize that and not reject the source of energy that comes. It's just, it doesn't matter the package, it's just the energy after separation, the energy wants to get back to you. But it's just expect it may come in different package, in a different person. If the previous person was not ready mentally or emotionally, for whatever reason they couldn't perform, and maybe they even rejected divine connection altogether, maybe they disregarded that, dishonored the connection. I think it's like that's a big no-no. So I think that once it happens, it's just the energy will just keep flowing, but you will get a chance to reconnect with that once you start doing your work. So I think it's more coming with that. I will be more understanding, but
Oh, okay. The chapter also comes in. talking about the if that person who put you on a 3D situation quit the journey. Basically, yes, they basically state like, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I'm gonna be joining this person for whatever reasons. This could be a situations. This could be a material survival. This could be a out of jealousy, just to make you jealous that they joined this third party because he did not do anything for them what they wanted to do. Now they join this person because this person does what they wanted for them. This is this kid's immaturity mentality about 3D party in there, talking about psychology point of view. But basically, yes, they quit the journey. So what are you going to do when they quit? Because they quit. What are you going to do? So you like as a business owner, for example, you have an employees and all they quit. What are you going to do? You're going to hire a new employees, right? Because the employees they quit on you for reasons. Now, if you take a look at the reasons, you might take like, oh my, it was my fault. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to create different environment, different procedures, different things. I'm going to increase the pace. I'm going to figure out what they need to do. But I'm going to attract the right people, right? But about as relationships with yourself, when somebody quits on you, they don't quit on you. They quit on themselves. They quit because for them it's uncomfortable communicating things that needs to be communicated properly. Because when you start talking to someone and ask them direct questions about the things that happens and so on, if they blows off and they pull you off and they don't answer things and so on, what kind of healthy relationship can you have with this? None. So divine says the wish is my command. You don't want to be with this person, you cannot be with this person. Doesn't matter how much the other person wants to be with you. And that's what you have to learn to let it go. That every time there is a third party, just drop it. Basically, drop it. Focus within yourself, work on yourself, work within yourself, journey. Things gonna be better. Right. Okay, those are more questions, but the jump cut. So, okay, right there.
And
Andy, Gio, how long were you both solo before you both met each other? Mm,
1.5 years for me,
it's about, was it?
or 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, something like that for both of us. And yeah, that's how it was.
That was a long time. Like I think after connections, you have to give yourself time to be with yourself, because most of the time it's those twin flame experiences or ignitions, they happen in a time that you abandoned yourself and you neglected yourself. You probably went into this numb state, and it's just you kind of lost or forgot about yourself. So when those ignitions that happens and the separation happens, if necessary, that's your chance to rebuild yourself. So don't rush into other relationships. Just focus on your journey and focus on rebuilding yourself, and just focus on what your twin was showing you, because that's what you're supposed to do during the separation stage. So I would say, like, I don't know, I feel like one year is a minimum that you have to spend with yourself, really observing yourself, and you will be busy working on your stuff. Honestly, it goes fast.
Most of the people during these separations, they think that they separate from the person doesn't want, doesn't love them, and so on and so on. If the connection is strong, as the way is powerful it is, there is no separation. There's only separations within you. The mind play the games with you. You will feel like, okay, we have issue, we have the situations, but the connections is peaceful, the connections is strong, the connections has no issue. We have different issue. We have to look at that. but we have to be separate to solve the issues. And let me take you to these issues with yourself and put the things can make sense. All right, deep diver, Tam. I don't know, but become this because this journey is about my own personal growth. I'm not concerned about him. I wish him the best. Exactly. You wish them the best. Here we go. Vaya con Dios. Adiós, muchachos. Que te vaya bien. Muchas gracias. And you keep going in there. But yeah, there is nothing else you can do. Somebody lie, cheat, defeat, deceit, discard, or whatever is the situation says in there. Third party cheating or uh, yeah, or listen third parties in situations about so that's a whole other story. So, but if they quit on you, then it's not pretty much. Deep diver. Thank you guys so much. I should leave you guys to enjoy the private piece. Thank you.
Thank you for your questions.
Thank you for your questions. Yes, we appreciate you. Yes, appreciate you. Can you tell me what the runner deal with intentionally when they reject their twin flame and run? Uh, what the runner deal with with it? Within probably there is something.
Deal with internal. It's about internal struggles of the runner, like why they run. Um, they run because they have to do their work, and maybe they have to leave you, so you start doing your work. Honestly, if person's meant to stay, they will stay. If they leave, that means that you have something to do on your own. You really don't have to change anyone. If even if you're perfectly happy, you don't want anyone. If you're supposed to get connected for your growth, you're gonna get connected until it happens. If you want to really surrender to the process, to the journey, until you're not getting connected by the divine, just keep focusing on yourself, and you will keep attracting the same version of yourself that you currently are. So obviously you want to be the best because you want to have the best for yourself. Don't rush.
Runners, where the runner runs from, and what is happening in there. There's a lot I've been talking about over the years. The runner runs for two reasons. He's running because he doesn't see the point of that you cannot give him what his ego wants, number one. But also the runner runs from fear of love. That's what they fear of love. Most of the people, when they're properly loved, they're running away because they have not experienced it. It's too much for them. That is at the time one of the people kind of like a self-sabotaging themselves because like, oh my god, this love is too much. This love is so big, so crazy, and that's where that goes. So the runner, there's a lot of things, but when it intentionally rejects the twin flame, that is the ego mind because it's intentionally. When intentionally you're running and damaging somebody, then the whole thing is a different story. We're talking about people who have some kind of psychological, emotional issues, because you do it intentionally, not because of the journey. So you you play the things within yourself and you decide to do it. That's what the intention is. Okay, a deep diver actually understand. Actually understand. Truly understand why he got married when we're separated countries, and he lost his father and brother within a month. Okay, so was the things to respond to Rilka. Rilka, no, no, I'm not quitting, not leaving myself. The last crew who leaves the ship's the captain.
Mm.
Yeah, the captain. Tashana is, I feel strongly that my significant other is coming back in after over a year of not communicating in 3D, but I don't care to focus on it. It's such a liberating feeling. I just know, and that something happened with the message. You probably retracted.
Mm.
Tashana is like, yeah, of the point of allowing this freedom within yourself. Those are the beautiful moments. Enjoy them. Focus within you. It's like that liberating feeling is free yourself. So, Pakit. Oh, you're a union. Happy to see you. Thank you. People, thank you. Okay. Chrissy B. Tatiana, yes, trust your union. If you can feel in your soul your twin is uniting, don't worry about the how. Just trust and know that all will come together in the best way. Exactly. Very good. Chrissy B, very good. I like what you brought. And trust the divine. So, Deep Diver, truly appreciate your 90 minutes. Much blessing to you, both of you. You're welcome, Deep Diver. Chrissy B, I haven't seen my twin physically in over a year. So much has transpired. We have not even had steady communication during that time. And now we are together living under the one roof. It's beautiful. I didn't get that much time. Oh, during the time before, or living
During
under one
separation.
roof.
Yeah, I think it's if that's the plan to reconnect with this original twin flame or whoever soul connection is, if you got separated from them, if they are meant to get reconnected to you, they will. And it's they don't have there doesn't it doesn't have to be communication. We were not communicating with each other much since we connected, but then we kind of went separate ways. We always put this connection open. We were both just on the journey, but I think it's if you're meant to reconnect, you will. So that's why you cannot attach to the current state of the situation. Just don't have expectations because honestly, it's just that's the whole idea of the flow, going with the flow. Don't expect, just receive. You are supposed to just be in this receiver mode all the time.
Hmm. Okay. Chrissy B. It feels surreal. Thank you, Chrissy B. Paulina, you're truly an intelligent soul, so well matched with you.
They know how to match.
They know how to match. They know how to match. Okay, thanks, Chrissy B. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for it. And we're gonna come in and we're gonna come in and stuff. We're gonna give you the things that it is. And I want to say thank you. First of all, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the great questions that's coming up and so on. But also the questions towards the past year have helped a lot. The proper questions lead to the proper answers. But the proper questions is asking before you do anything else. Ask yourself that question. What would the answer you will give? within yourself, because he might know more than you ever imagined. As a spiritual, as a soul, so, but things when it comes in, you want to find it. And the union, the physical union, is beautiful. Don't hate the tree. You're gonna be learning back when he come back in the physical union. You will learn that you have to relearn to love the 3D. Okay, that's what I have.
Yeah, thanks for being here for your questions, and we'll be popping up probably a few more times in this travel.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Be love, guys.